Everyone knows smoking is bad for you, but RNZ has found black market cigarettes sold in Auckland have even more harmful materials, including higher levels of uranium. Packets like these are being sold over the counter across Auckland. They're a fraction of the cost and have none of the health warnings, Quitline information or images required by law. But just what's inside them? I'm here at the Centre for Electron Microscopy and Materials Science at the University of Auckland to find out. RNZ brought the lab 3 samples of cigarettes, a legitimate packet of Chesterfield Blue, covered in the health warnings and Quitline information required by law, and 2 black market smokes, a packet of Double Happiness and a packet of Hong Ta Shan 1956 cigarettes.
In the Double Happy, I was actually really surprised. There were lots of kind of unusual metals that maybe you wouldn't expect to find in plants, and there was high levels of tin, indium, cesium, and even uranium, which I was actually really surprised. That wasn't found in the other 2 cigarettes at all. The 1956 white had antimony, lead. We all know how bad lead is, and bismuth.
The Hong Ta Shan had roughly 40% more lead per litre than the legitimate smokes, 722 micrograms compared to 1,013. Hong Ta Shan and Double Happiness both contained cadmium, a highly carcinogenic metal found in virtually all smokes, but at levels up to 60% higher than the legitimate counterpart.
It just shows that the soil that they were grown in, wasn't the cleanest soil.
We saw calcium, we saw potassium, and in the ash sample in particular, we saw significant amounts of phosphorus as well. So they're all indicative of fertilizer and ground material.
Tobacco is known to absorb metals from the soil and can extract metals when planted in contaminated fields. Double Happiness was also found to contain 90.8 micrograms of uranium per litre, more than double that of either of the other samples, and more still than both of them combined. That's particularly concerning for University of Canterbury Emeritus Professor of Toxicology, Ian Shaw.
Why that will give me a degree of worry is that, as you know, uranium is radioactive and it's highly insoluble and it forms a dust very easily. So if it's present in the tobacco, if somebody smokes that tobacco, they'll inhale the uranium dust basically, and it will sit in their lungs. And it'll sit there for a long time, and all the time it's sitting there, it's basically irradiating the cells.
Whether the uranium levels are significant compared to the carcinogens already in cigarette smoke is unclear. He says more samples would be needed to determine just how much worse the black market cigarettes are. Both of the black market packs RNZ obtained were priced at a fraction of the retail value, with one as cheap as $15. Speaking to reporters on the Government Action Group's latest sting, Health NZ's Joe Pugh says their focus is on the community harm caused by illicit tobacco.
Illicit tobacco is unregulated. We don't know what materials are actually are in the products that they're selling, and it's untaxed and it's sold at a much lower price. And that means that really undermines those efforts that everyone is taking to reduce our smoking in this country as well.
The Action Group also seized $170,000 cash on top of the black market smokes.